Thing too, I don't gotta worry about none of that stupid copyright stuff. 'Cause at least here, though, with no music, they can't copyright it. Like, what are they gonna copyright? They're like muting certain parts of the stream. It's gonna be just absolutely pure and raw energy today. What do you think that sucks is I'm a little bit sick still.
What?
Alright, man.
What?
Alright.
Dude, I'm looking over there. You're a dick. I'm
Don't
not
worry,
going.
I agree, bro. I agree, bro. Don't worry, bro. I agree.
You're a dick.
Nah, I was playing with you, bro.
That's just not
Alright. Let me, I'm not even. You already know I'm playing with you. I'm not actually being serious.
that. Your ass. Aurora's ass is fine.
Alright, man. Now you know too much. Now you know. Now you know. Also, no, you about to get me banned, bro. You about to get me mad, but no, now you doing too much.
Edit that.
I can't edit that. That's live. That's live. Shit, I don't think they heard it. I mean, there's no one here, but I don't think that. You better hope they didn't hear it, cause this is going on the VOD too, bro.
Well, delete the vid. Edit it, and then. Yeah, edit
I forgot my other shoulder freaking blown out too, bro. Now it's broken,
mine was
bro.
hurting earlier.
Yeah, but no, that's mine is because of the freaking work stuff. You don't ever want to feel it right here, because if you do, you pretty much fucked up your rotator cuff.
What's right here?
I'm trying to not do too much with the shoulders. If you do, you really mess up a lot of stuff. See, that's the only good thing about for me because because I've already told you this in the past because even when there is no music or when there even is music, I can always technically like play just because it's like a radio in my head. So it doesn't even matter. Yeah, it sucks because when you have other music playing, it kind of messes it up. It kind of drowns out what I'm trying to think about. It doesn't really let me focus. But when it's like this, I could just constantly play whatever I had on my mind as far as music, which really tries. It also, I feel like that's good for your brain power too, but it kind of reinforcing that to really use your brain muscles, at least your nervous system in a sense. Bro, don't me no. I don't. Okay, unless you're playing even then, right? Cause I'm trying to play my own thing in my head right now, man.
I don't have my headphones, so it sucks.
Bro, sometimes you gotta learn to raw dog it, bro, or like just do it just purely, bro.
Ooh, the ears. Thank you. Thank you.
I know it looks silly, but this will do a lot more benefits than you know, bro. It might look like some cartoon stretches, but like also gets my nervous system really prepared. So almost every fiber, every joint, every electrical signal, all focusing each fiber in unison. I'd rather be as comfortable as I can possibly preparing than whatever people be saying. And who cares if it looks silly, you know? If it works, it works. So I'm gonna first start on probably biceps, because at least with chest and shoulders, you pretty much use the same machine. You probably understand. So for biceps, especially since I haven't really hit those in a while, and chest I haven't been calling as good. We could start with dumbbells. And then what I'm thinking is I probably head on over to preacher curls. I need to work out the brachialis right now as well. So not sure if I want to start here from the mirror. I have the camera remote back there. What I'm thinking is maybe we could get a diagonal profile. Because if I try to put it here, sometimes this stuff in the front blocks here. What I'm thinking, what I'm thinking is probably better from here. Because even if it might not get us in here, the mirror might show more of the as well.
So I was pulling 20s earlier, but I was getting more, but I was able to go so fast.
Remember what I told you, bro? The first set, you get lighter weight, and you could do a whole lot. Not too much.
Yeah.
Like something like you'll feel it, but
Just to get the pump on.
not necessarily. That's just for conditioning, and then obviously training the failure and getting your tendons more conditioned. A heavy weight is preparing for like structure load, which is mostly for strength training. So the first one is pretty much for uh, hypertrophy. The second set is more towards skeletal structure and just strength overall. Because having a lot of weight, it literally builds pressure within your skeletal system and your nervous system works together. So I'll be doing the side ones because I haven't done those in a while. To be honest. 'Cause if I'm really trying to work the brachialis, I have to just mainly focus that just to make sure that I have it in. Control it as much as possible. Every fiber within your arm should be all focusing in unison to bring that weight up. No swing. You have to use gravity to let it down when you're going towards the weight, and you should be controlling the weight not as slow as possible, but as controlled as possible. And explosive on the way up. You have to adjust your grip to go ahead and do that. So sometimes I still have trouble doing that when you start to flip. stop. If you have to grit your teeth, grit your teeth. If you gotta bite your tongue, bite your tongue.
Hands cramping, that's the problem.
Readjust your grip if you need to. I've already done it like 3 times. If you gotta slide the weight like this onto the bottom part, do it. If you want it, if you're more comfortable with sliding it to the top of your hand, do it. As long as you keep going.
Fuck. Yo, I'll be right back.
What happened?
The fucking bracelets.
You had left that, Alex. I saw it. It makes it so far.
Next to what?
Makes it so far.
I already got it.
Maybe you have it in my backpack or something. Or in your jacket. It might be in your jacket. And now I stop. Stop is what I never want to become. Never what I want to be. Not until I pour every single last ounce of energy and soul, drilling into the very last fiber and ounce of my very, very body. There should be no energy left. Nothing but the single spark of my undying resilience. You found it?
Yeah, bro. It was on the floor.
I said, my eyes should be absolute. There should be nothing that excuses me from stopping if I still have every ounce of energy that I could possibly output within a single moment. I would be ashamed to not reach the state of true potential that each being has within just because of some simple pain.
I already felt fucking naked without that damn thing. Fuck.
That is how you know that you've truly expended every ounce of energy left on it. You should be feeling it right here, and right here. If you're not feeling it there and your biceps, you might be doing something wrong. You should be feeling it exactly right here within this area. Precisely, yeah, right here, right? On your forearm. It's not necessarily on your forearm, but on the brachialis part of it. Right here. You can easily tell because the vascularity that exponentially exploded out of nowhere. Every single ounce, every single ounce of energy was completely depleted until there was nothing left but the very spark that had started it all. Every single vein, every single fiber, every nervous system, every signal, all all working in unison. It should be as though you cannot attain any higher state of prowess. I shouldn't even be able to curl like this. If I'm still able to do this with only a little bit of struggle, maybe I truly haven't used everything that I thought I had. It's a good thing we have the second set, so I can truly squeeze everything out with even heavier. It's even heavier. That's exactly why there's the second set. For some reason, I still feel as though there's just a little bit of effort. The fact that I wasn't even struggling to carry this to the station means clearly I still have stuff in there. Then again, it's mostly focusing on the brachialis, so the other muscles are still probably not as worked.
I'm gonna go for 25 right now.
I mean, usually when you're gonna do the heavier one, I would at least jump about 10 pounds, because obviously since it's heavier weight, you only be able to do so many reps with it.
30 or what?
Yeah. So if I was you, I would at least try 30, see how that feels. See if you can at least get 8 to 10. You should easily be able to. Well, not easily, of course. Well, you should be able to at least reach that threshold. That's for sure.
I can already feel it in my shoulders.
Well, all you gotta do is four of well,
I'm
I wouldn't
literally
say
gonna have to
four
lift
of
with my
each.
shoulders.
But I guess now you can start with four of each. You have that? No, I have
I
that.
got it. I got it. But I'm gonna be doing it mostly in my shoulders.
Remember the neck method that I taught you? I mean, you saw me doing it earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me personally, it kind of enhanced my neuromuscular connection. That's why a lot of it really is mental, because a lot of people don't get how connected the neuromuscular system is adjusted when it comes to conditioning and training certain fibers, certain tendons to be able to take on more, and to get, I guess, habitized to certain environments or certain situations. So yeah, of course, rest for a minute because you had barely just gotten off the first set. So within another minute, of course, if you get some water, refill, and you get back into that second set.
Now your arms are kind of filling out. I need to work more on my triceps.
Yeah, no, I would definitely say that for sure. Your triceps do need some more work. So on the next day on back day with neck and triceps, which I'm not sure if it'll be Wednesday. But regardless, whatever the next day is for that. Because tomorrow I'll be doing legs.
I'll have to start working on going better early though.
Yeah.
Especially with the job. It's 7 to 4.
7 in the night.
7 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. It's full time.
I'm gonna just say that.
So you have to go out at like 10.
Yeah.
Or not even 10, bro. We would literally have to go like. Honestly, if it comes down to it.
It comes down to it, we could probably just go at your time. You said you get out at 4?
Yeah.
If I don't have work, that is, or if not, just later on in the
I
day.
could always work out at the house too.
Not regardless, we'll see. There's always ways to adapt to these things. Because at least at your spot in your gym, could you still use the tools there, so you get whatever you need. It might not have all the tools that you have at this one.
Yeah.
You know.
We got here at 12:30. We got here at like
12:30.
It's already been about 15 minutes. Well, not 15 minutes, but like a good like 30 minutes.
And we spent like 10 minutes in the changing rooms.
So we've been here for like almost 30 minutes.
And we were stretching for about another good 7 minutes. So in reality, we probably would have been actually working out for the rest of the time. Anyways, let's get back to this. To this. I feel like I could probably put and use a much better angle because honestly, as clearly as I could see, this was not a good angle. And so I don't really have to worry about it today, since there's not that many people here. So remember, aim for 5 reps on each one. 4 if you really can't get to that much. And use your neck if you have to. You face the opposite way in what you're swinging. And if you can do more than that, then you're not going intense enough.
I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna go up 30.
You shouldn't be feeling it in your shoulder. At least one more. Come on, one more, one more. One more, one more, one more.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have arms. My fucking arms are getting hard to get arms really today.
Okay, so now we have our 2 sets. There we go. And since I'm now finally struggling to actually put them back into the place that they were supposed to be, and so now I know for certain that I efficiently squeeze nearly all percentage that I could have as far as energy goes. Yeah, yours is already starting to show up too, especially the biggest one. Turn your arm the other way. This one right here, your tricep, and go all the way up towards your tricep. Good. Watch. Put it backwards. Yeah, you already have it there. That's good. The vascularity is already kicking in explosively. So just keep trying to do this 2 set method and you'll get there. Get a lot more. And eventually, if you start hitting your legs a lot more, if you start hitting your legs a lot more, you could eventually, well, they're not out right now because of course I haven't trained them, but you could see for the most part, you'll start getting more vascularity, especially within the quads. I think most of the time for me, it usually shows up on this one. Yeah, you can see it's much more evident on this one. And honestly, as far as this goes, all I have to do next is simply chest and shoulders. So I'll just be using one machine for that. What about you? What are you doing next? Didn't you say you're gonna hit chest as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit chest.
So what we can do then, we can switch. While I do chest, you can do shoulders.
Yeah.
And then, because since I'll be breaking on mine, when I'm on my break, you can do your set, and then we'll switch. I mean, they have 2 of them, but I don't necessarily trust this other the second pec deck because it's kind of unstable. I mean, I've told you, you've seen it in the past, because one of these, it's a little bit more awkward than the other side. So, what I'm thinking is,
You said shoulders.
yeah, this could also serve for rear delts. I mean, it's a part of your shoulder. It's the back part of your shoulder. So it's really good for lifting things over your head.
Well, then I'll do that one.
You want this one? I mean, I don't blame you. That's the more comfortable one.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more awkward. So, basically, what we could do, right? For the pec deck, sit down real quick. Obviously, let's make sure you have a good weight for us. People just be putting this on max for no reason.
Fucking tired, bro.
So we'll start you with. Well, make sure you get your warm up in first, of course. You want to get the motion right, and then pec decks. Usually, you want to have them at the 3rd setting, not the 4th, just so you get more range of motion. I make sure that sometimes that happens by more. So, essentially, I guess I could show you from here. Essentially, you sit down, right? Actually, let me get my phone on this. Because if I'm gonna do this, because I already been thinking about the tutorials, right? So I might as well get it done here right now since I'm already on to that type of thing. So if I want to get this both of these, I would say right here is perfect since we don't really have to worry about people that much. Should at least get one of this in here. Not? No, I guess not. I'm thinking this, right?
I think you took your water.
No, it's my water right here. What I'm thinking is this way you should be able to get both of us within this frame. Okay, it gets this in this frame, but it doesn't get the full extension. Okay, that should be good enough. So just follow the motion down, Alex. So warm up, of course. Get ready, used to the motion. So you want to make sure your hands are outward all the way. And when you close, yo, so make sure you have your motion all the way. Your arms should be locked. Your shoulders, because here's the thing, your shoulders should be indented, not backwards, but inward. Kind of similar to when you're doing a pull-up, right? So have your shoulders in a sense tucked in, so that way it isolates more of your chest and shoulder muscle. So for me, honestly, I already have it wrong because I don't have this in the right setting. So like I was telling you, you want to have it about on the third or fourth setting. For me personally, I'll have it on the fourth setting because this machine is a little bit different than everyone yours. So shoulders back. I have everything tight and locked. There should be no motion going on between the feet. So lock them in like free chunk if you have to. Out. So shoulders back. Close, close to your torso as close as possible if you can't move anymore. Chest out, shoulders back, and you explosively squeeze. And you hold right here. Should almost be touching in a sense. If you want to add more intensity, you could add a couple more seconds of isolation holds, and then you slowly draw back, as if you're kind of ripping something open, right? And you're open like a box, and you tear it in half. You wanna think of it within that motion. So you're punting inward. You're punting inward. You hold and you rip. You tear. You tear halfway, all the way back slowly, explosively up. Remember to have shoulders back and here. Obviously, I'm not gonna feel it right now because I have it on warm up weight. But for you, it should be.
I
It
deleted
should
one
be.
of the messages that I sent.
That's fine. We'll talk about that later. So let's make sure you have
But it
this.
still shows some.
Let's make sure you have
Yes,
this.
bro. Fuck.
And make sure you have the motion down. So grab here whenever you're comfortable. Shoulders should be backwards. Not you shouldn't be pushing it out so far. Just simply not slumping it, but just engaging it backwards, locking it in backwards, and then explosively. This should be as close. Shouldn't be able to move anymore. Hold if you need to, and slowly. Watch. I'll start doing my stuff. So same motion, just different elevation. So mine's is gonna be a little bit weirder. You see how my shoulder is backwards, right? It's locked in, right? And sometimes if you want, you can put your feet to support. But see, that's the thing that people don't realize. When you have more engagement on towards your lower body, and it's not moving all over the place, it makes it more stable everywhere else, including your spine. So make sure everything else is locked in.
Yeah.
Hold slowly. And don't lock all the way out. Because the number one mistake people make on any exercise is locking out until you get a clink. That clink, you should not be hearing that. You should get right until you feel it's about to touch. So just look at how I'm doing it for a second. You see how it's not clinking it? It's not all the way back. And go back. You should always feel like you're still using some expenditure of energy, even if it's at the very minimum. You should not feel like you're taking a rest at any point. You keep going until you literally cannot do it. You cannot process it anymore. Hold it when you're doing your isolations. You should be able to hold it right here. We're squeezing the chest. Yeah, I could feel it. I could feel it. You should be feeling it right here. You'll probably also feel it in your biceps more. I have tried that method as well, but for some reason, recently it's been engaging my biceps more instead.
Shoulders are fucking up. Oh shit.
Take your time. So get as comfortable and as engaged within the chest as much as you can. If it doesn't feel right, take your time and change it up until you feel it.
All I'm feeling is right fucking here.
Right here,
Yeah, I got a pump right here.
that's what I'm saying. That's good. So when you're holding it, right, put your arms, put it outward. That's why, because you kind of have it more inward. That's why you're also gonna have more pain there because you're locking your arms too tightly acutely. So you should be having it right. You should feel it right like this because it should really be squeezing, right? You really try to flex the chest muscles if you have to really kind of wake them up in a sense. So literally like this. You're squeezing it. Should literally be squeezing it like this. Yeah, exactly. And just keep doing the lighter weight until you can't anymore. And then the second set will obviously be much heavier.
We really are in the end times.
Possibly that's for certain.
Because we got 7 years.
I wouldn't say that yet.
Supposedly it's
There
7 years.
there's a couple of things. We could talk about this later, but um, in the summary, there's a couple of things that if you've read about it, there's certain things that's supposed to happen first before the 7 years.
Like 4 to 5 weeks.
But regardless, yeah, obviously these times is very uncertain. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's always been like that though. There's always gonna be an era of peace and then an era of chaos, selfishness, greed, wrath, and just now it's broadcasted all over the globe, more open and celebrated more than ever. Unfortunately, let's not focus on these things though. Let's focus on this right here, because the only change we're gonna be able to make is if we truly get things going to how we need to. All of this is gonna keep going regardless. Me personally, I'd rather just stay out of it. That doesn't mean you should stay uninformed,
Yeah.
but most of this stuff, anyways, is biased. It's better to just focus on yourself right now. Focus your mind. All this will do is distract you from when you truly need to become. These are agendas. That's all these ever are. The only agenda that you should have in your mind is the agenda of reaching your true possible maximum potential. Potential of truly becoming everything you could have possibly become. At least everything for good. If you need to, just stare right at the ground. I know it's harder because you don't have your headphones or whatnot, but sometimes you gotta learn how to just purely drown everything else out. Give it another 30 seconds at least or so, and then get some water if you need to. We'll get into that the second and final um, set, and then after that, you can hit shoulders, and that should be a day. That should probably be a day right there. Oh, let's get back to it. You put your weight a little bit heavier. Go in for 10 reps.
Yeah.
No BS. Every single one should be fully engaged and controlled to the best of your ability. We'll put you at 70. You'll get at least 8 to 10 reps. Put mine at 85. Get as much as you can. If it feels too light, change it yourself. See, mine's a little bit off balance. So I'm having trouble stabilizing. Starting to get to a little, starting to get a little dizzy after the last one. And it's always that last one that counts, though. I still need to work on that because I just simply let go. As soon as I got the isolation, I didn't control it on the back end. That's exactly where it counts. To be able to find it right there. And as you're failing, right? As you're failing, you should be reducing it, the energy output until there's literally nothing left. Literally nothing left. Literally nothing left. You see how it's it's isolating it? You could feel it. Feel it if you have to. If you still have energy left, any ounce that you have can be used to truly, truly progressing in every being that you have within your body. And do not let go how I let go earlier. You slowly let go. You control it. If you have to, sometimes what I do, if I still have, for whatever reason, any energy left, instead of doing a whole bunch of sets or any extra reps, what you'll do is, look what I'm gonna do. You're gonna bring it up and you're gonna hold it. But you're gonna just keep it there. You're gonna you're gonna hold it until you cannot anymore for as long as possible. Count in your head if you have to. In the exact position where it's firing upon your chest. So right here, at this very position, this very moment, at this very moment, engage every single other fiber if you can to reinforce this. That is how you truly go beyond. That is truly how you go beyond.
No,
You can feel that.
I don't know.
You can feel that.
What are you gonna hit? Shoulders?
That's all that's left. So take a break, get some water if you need to, stretch out if you feel a little bit, tighten up. And
It's hurting like a motherfucker, and I can't even touch it.
that's what I'm saying. Get some water. You need some more refreshment. Maybe you haven't drank
No.
enough water today. It could be that.
I had hella one.
What is it? Especially right now, from what I've heard on the app, they have even more special discounts because of the upcoming holidays.
Mm.
I don't have anything for the drinks though. Remember, still have to wait for that check to come in.
Yes.
Let's get back to the machines. So we want people stealing them. Let's get back to the machines. So if you need to stay here for long, you can. Just say, so that way people don't get on them.
Yeah.
Just take another minute if you need to.
We'll do this last set.
Hmm?
We'll do this last set, and then
What do you mean last set?
we're doing 2 sets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You're just gonna do one?
I said I'm gonna do this last set.
You mean last exercise. Set is within the same
Yeah,
exercise.
So
I know
I'm
for
gonna
set.
do this last exercise. And then, do you want anything from McDonald's?
I would say I still have some feelings out there.
I do too. But there's, well, I also don't want to.
We'll find something. Should have already finished your first swallow by now. I already finished it. You already refilled? Awesome. So obviously with shoulders, let's also reset the weight. Because also we don't need to be breaking the shoulders because we're doing the same weight we're just doing on the heavy set. So usually shoulders you want to keep it lighter mainly because they're an integral part of your entire system as far as stability. So I would say because you're doing about 40 to 50 for the first set on your chest. So I would say 30. And honestly, I might need to do the same as well because I need to get back into that motion. But I guess unfortunately, see that's the other weird thing. They don't have the same weight on mine. It automatically, from what it looks like, mine skips from 10 to 25 and then straight to 40. But yours, for some reason, goes by 10. It goes by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's why I'm saying they're a little bit different because that one, the weight, it's weird. It jumps in different ways. And it's fine. So if anything, yeah, I guess I'll have to just do it like that. So easy for shoulders. I mean, first off, you're in the wrong position, you know? You're doing the Northern shoulders, right? You want to make sure you're facing this way. I mean, people tend to face the other way, but you won't really get as much traction as you need to. So, what you want to do, right? First off, breathe in because sometimes your chest might be a little bit puffy here. I feel like sometimes my contraction is a little bit stuck. So, kind of switch out a little bit, right? And then next thing, switch the mode because we're not doing chest, right? So put this to 1, or honestly, to be honest, when you played, it should be just playing for maximum or for 0, essentially. So put it all the way to the most narrow angle that you can. What you're gonna do? You're gonna put your arms outward, across, over this thing on the sides. Because if you put it over, you're kind of gonna mess up the whole range of motion. So try to keep it. Put your chest outward. Again, shoulder blades should be retract. How we were doing the last exercise, they should be retract. So should your back should be kind of leaning just a little bit, and then you pull with your thumbs. You don't pull, but your thumbs should be on the outermost side. And you're gonna really, with this one, you have to like push in a sense. You have to, as soon as you engage, it's explosive. So as soon as you know you're gonna do the rep, right? Get comfortable if you need to, and then you kind of want to do a couple like practice breaths in a sense, like kind of warming it up. You know, like how when you're warming up an engine, you start revving it, right? That's exactly the same motion you want to kind of get into. You want to kind of rev it, and then really just flex and engage everything as soon as you do the rep. So rev. Kind of feel like what I'm saying? Not all the way backwards. Your arm should only be going right about this length. And then you slowly bring it back. Not all the way, no. Remember, no clinging. No clinging. And again, You bring it all, almost all the way back. And again. And if you need to stretch your back out more to really engage your shoulders, do it. You see how I have my back? You know, look, look. You want it like you're bear hugging, right? Your lats should also kind of be like open, like open, not just this, open as far as you possibly can. That will really isolate your shoulders. So look how I'm doing it real quick. You see how it's like I'm almost stretching apart my lats, my rhomboids and my scapula. So and you hold and you slowly bring it back. You see how I'm kind of leaning forward-ish in a sense, and everything is as outward as it can be. Explosively, hold. You hold it at least a good 1 to 2 seconds. Slowly back, not all the way. No clinging. Do it again, and you'll really start to feel it. And just keep doing it until you can't. Adjust if you have to. You'll start to feel this on your triceps more as well if you have them angled at a certain position. Come on now, don't stop. If I'm still moving this, you should still be moving this. You should fight. If you're not fighting for it, it's not worth it. So what point is there if you're not fighting for it? It's not going to come to you. You got to go after it. Otherwise, it's pointless. So make it worthwhile. Every single drop. sometimes I kind of what's it called, unconditionally or um, compulsively, I tend to have not spasms, but just convulsing because I'm trying to stabilize every part of me. It's just really engaging that neuromuscular contraction. So that's why, yeah, it might look silly. It might look like I'm having a whole damn seizure over here with my neck, but in reality, it's just me trying to adjust my spine and trying to stabilize everything working together. So for me, sometimes it's my neck. For some other people, they've been known to kind of bite down on their teeth to really get that, that fiery like signal. And some people will literally bite on their teeth, bite on their tongue. I've seen people use chains. They'll put chains like their little necklace into their mouth to kind of really like, you know, to get that neuromuscular uh, signal going. Kind of, it's in a sense, kind of waking you up in a sense, and just really kind of reminding you that of what you're currently doing. That's why people use smelling salts. You know what I'm talking about? The smelling salts or whatever it is. It wakes you up. It literally wakes you up. Your muscles are told, oh, okay, it's go time. This is exactly the exact place that you're that you're working. You're signaling your body to really engage every single part of energy and every tendon, every signal towards one specific place, or sometimes multiple places, but it's a certain group. But yeah, did you feel it in your triceps as well? I feel like because the way I enabled mine, I definitely got a little bit of a squeeze within there as well. So definitely take some rest on this one because the last thing you want is a shorter entry out of anything else. That's fine. Take your time. Get your water if you need to. One last thing.
But,
No, I'm saying we have one last thing. That's it. After
yeah.
this last one, that's it.
Well, if I don't come back before you're done, we'll just go because I gotta use the restroom.
Okay. Just need to get used to the motion. Let me get my last water. I don't want to take water just too late and ending up having to use the restroom as I'm trying to sleep. It's never what you want to do. Just take a little bit more of a rest. Focus your mind. Focus. Focus your mind. And put heavier weight. For me, I would say we could probably go ahead and put 70. That should be appropriate for shoulder exercises. That's what we were just previously doing 40. Just locking our legs, locking every single part that there is to be structured and consolidated. Engage shoulder blades. Stretch out arms if you need to. And just ultimately prepare for what's to come. I need more intensity. At least 3 more. Come on. One more. We're not done yet. I need to isolate this arm because this machine has it awkward at a certain position. If I have to put my other hand upward to stabilize the other side and pull towards the opposite direction. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now for this one. Okay. No, that's not okay. We still have energy left. We still have energy left somewhere. I'm feeling it somewhere. I'm feeling it somewhere. So that means there's still more we could potentially use. No, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I'm not done yet. Come on. Fine. No, there's still some. I know there's still some. I know there's still some left somewhere. Some spark still within. Let's be smart. We don't want to get an injury now. Just maybe I could get something more. Maybe just one more. Just one more. Oh, just hold it. Okay. Just clean this up. Yeah, I was gonna tell you. I needed to make sure you clean it. Always gotta make sure you clean it. I'm doing the way. Oh yeah, that should be it for today. As far as I'm concerned, that should be it for today. Did everything that we needed to do, and essentially, as far as I know, we've done as much as we can do for today. I leave everything that's tomorrow for tomorrow's week, in a sense. So, yeah, we'll leave all that to tomorrow. I guess, yeah.